Hello, everybody, and welcome back to That's Liverpool. This is our preview video ahead of tomorrow's big, juicy match Manchester City against Liverpool at the Etihad, the FA Cup quarter final. So here we are, the biggest game of our season so far, and arguably the biggest game Arne Slot has faced since taking on this job. Manchester City, the Etihad FA Cup quarter final. Win this, and we're one game away from Wembley. No agenda, no fluff. Let's get straight into it. To be honest, let's be honest where we are. Fifth in the league, 10 defeats in the Premier League already this season. The title has gone. Top four is hanging by a thread. This is it. The FA Cup and Champions League are all we've got left, and they run back to back. The pressure could not be greater. City tomorrow, then PSG in the Champions League quarter-final on Wednesday. These are season-defining games, possibly manager-defining games as well. Personally, you know my thoughts on Arne Slot. I don't think he's got a clue, and he's not good enough, and he's too cautious and tactically inept. Let's start with the bad news. Alisson is out, and Slot confirmed that he won't even be back for the PSG game. Mamardashvili starts again. Conor Bradley out. Wataru Endo out. Giovanni Leone out for the season. Federico Chiesa unlikely to feature. I think Slot has got a problem with him. I don't know what it is. The better news: Salah is back. He missed Brighton, sat out the international break, and he's been confirmed fit by Slot. Good. With news that this is going to be his last season, we need him. Fired up. Frimpong trained on Thursday after a scare on international duty, so fingers crossed he makes it. And Alexander Isak, 101 days out. Read that, 101 days out, is back in training. He won't start, but he will be on the bench. That alone is a huge lift. Now, here's something worth noting. City have a defensive crisis of their own going into this. Gvardiol, out. Ruben Diaz, out. John Stones, out. Fractures, hamstring, calf injuries, so all out. Their backline is patched up. And she needs to take that handbrake off, I was going to swear then, and exploit that. If Frimpong makes it, this is my predicted team lineup. Mamardashvili in goal. At the back, Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kerkez. Midfield, McAllister, Gravenberg, Szoboszlai, and up front, Salah, Ekitike, Wirtz. After Wirtz's amazing performance for Germany a few days ago against Switzerland, Arne Slot needs to let him go, needs to give him the freedom of the park to express himself. If Frimpong doesn't make it, Joe Gomez is available at right back, which isn't ideal, but it still gets the job done. The big one for me is Doku. When City lost 3-0 at the when we lost, I beg your pardon, 3-0 at the Etihad, Doku was playing unplayable on that right wing. Slot himself said in yesterday's press conference, and I'm paraphrasing, that Doku had 11 dribbles past our defence the year before, and 7 or 8 in that other game. He knows the threat is real. Our fullbacks cannot be left isolated against him. Here's what it comes down to for me, and it's the same thing I've been coming back to all season. Do we go for it, or do we sit back with the handbrake on? Look at the blueprint that works against City. Bodo Glimt, a team that most people have never heard of, schooled them, beating them 3-1. Pressed high, hit them on the break, never let them settle. Real Madrid beat them 5-1 on aggregate. Same story. And look at the blueprint that fails against City. Arsenal in the League Cup final, sat in, tried to nick it, got outclassed in the second half. City aren't the same machine they were 3 or 4 years ago. Their midfield and defence can be got at, but only if you have the courage and bravery to go and get at them. The worst thing Slot can do, with one eye on PSG on Wednesday, is if he rotates, if he sits back, if he plays not to lose. If he plays not to lose, we will lose. Neither side is flying. But let's be clear about that. Our last 6, 1 win, 2 draws, 3 defeats. That includes losing to Brighton and losing to Wolves in the league. It's not a pretty picture. But City, their last 6, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats. They just listed the League Cup, yes. but they were knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid 5-1. They drew with West Ham and Forest. The aura, the untouchables, their untouchable aura, shall I say, is gone. And here's a stat that should give us confidence. City have lost 4 of their last 5 home FA Cup games against us. 4 out of 5. That's not a fluke. We have a record in this competition against this team. We have to talk about it as well. Mo Salah confirmed over the international break that he's leaving. 255 goals for the club, one of the greatest ever to pull on the red shirt. If we get through tomorrow, this could be his last time facing City as a Liverpool player. One last chance to add to his legacy before he goes. Slot said it best. He's always given everything for this club. That's Salah, by the way. That doesn't change now. If anything, it means more. So here's where I land on this. City are at home. They've beaten us in both league games this season. They've just won a cup final. And we go in with a patched-up defence and a goalkeeper who's been in the job 5 minutes. On paper, City should win this. But here's what I know. When Liverpool show up and when we press, when we move the ball quickly, when Salah and Wirtz are running at a makeshift backline, we are a match for anyone in this country. The game will be decided by one moment, one decision, one of bravery. I'm calling this Manchester City 1, Liverpool 2. Salah gets on a score sheet and what could be his final game at the Etihad. Now, also, I think Slot maybe have been told that he might be getting his marching orders in the summer as well. I think this will give him focus. I think this will give him desire to show what he can do. So I hope that he will release the handbrake and let the players go for it. If we go in with our usual cautious first half, then we are snookered. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 Liverpool win. I'll speak to you tomorrow with a post-match reaction. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps this channel. Thank you so much. Let's see what happens tomorrow.